Do you want to help your child say no to drugs with confidence? The answer isn't just hoping they'll resist, it's teaching them how to stand up for themselves. Today, we're talking about building assertiveness because confidence keeps children safe. Parents and caregivers are the first line of defense. Hi, I'm Aaron, and welcome back to Talk Before They Try, brought to you by the Kent County Health Department. This is episode 10. If you haven't seen our first 9, pause here and check them out. We've covered a variety of important topics to help you teach your child skills to resist drug use and strengthen your relationship. Today, we're focusing on how you can help your child be more assertive to avoid drugs. Stick around for an interview with Angel Rodriguez, a health educator from the Kent County Health Department. Angel has over 25 years experience teaching kids how to have more confidence and be more assertive. Here's a quote related to what we're talking about today. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That's from Dr. Seuss. Let's take a moment to think back to when you were 12 or 13. Was there a time you had to stand up for yourself? Maybe saying no to something risky? How did it feel? Scary? Powerful? Or hard? What helped you speak up or wish you had? Those moments shaped your confidence, and right now, you're helping your child to learn to stand tall. Why does assertiveness matter? Children learn by watching us speak up. When parents model and teach assertiveness, children are less likely to give in to peer pressure and try drugs. Here are 3 essentials to become more assertive. Confidence. Clear, firm words show strength. Stand up straight, make eye contact, and use a loud, clear voice. Respect. Assertiveness respects others while standing firm. Ask yourself, if someone said that to me, would I feel respected? Safety. Saying no confidently protects children from risks. Saying it the first time sets a precedent so people know that you are firm in your choices. Saying no to drugs isn't easy, especially when friends push. Maybe you've worried your child might go along just to avoid conflict. Teaching them assertiveness gives them the power to stay safe. The good news? You can start today. Here are 3 ways to teach assertiveness to your child. Number 1, model confident communication. Say, I don't agree, and here's why, calmly in your own life. Let them see it. Number 2, practice refusal skills. Role play. No thanks, I don't vape. It's not for me. Keep it short and firm. Number 3, praise assertive moments. Say, I'm proud of you how you spoke up. This builds confidence. Try this at home. Role play a scenario where a friend offers your child a vape. Have them practice saying, no, I'm good, firmly. Switch roles and model it yourself. Reflect how it felt. Here's another conversation starter. If someone offers you something risky, how would you say no? Let's practice together. We've got a question from a parent about assertiveness. My child is shy and might give in to peer pressure. How can I help them say no to drugs? Great question. Practice short, firm refusal lines at home like, no, I don't do that. Praise small moments when they speak up. This builds confidence over time. Talk about how to portray confidence even when you're scared or shy. Encourage them to look in the mirror or record a short video showing confident body language. Remind them it gets easier with practice. Now, let's hear from an expert. We're joined by Angel Rodriguez, a health educator from the Kent County Health Department. Today, he's going to be sharing tips on helping young people build resilience and become more assertive. Angel, why is assertiveness so important for preventing drug use?
Yes, assertiveness is definitely important. When we're talking about assertiveness, we're talking about, for me, 3 things. Number 1, knowing who you are. Number 2, knowing what your goals are in life and how important it is for you just to continue going towards your goal. So if I know who I am, if I know what I want, if I know where I'm heading, it's going to be way easier for me to be able to withstand the pressure, especially when friends are going to try to persuade me to do substances. On the contrary, if I don't know who I am, if I don't know what my purpose in life is, if I don't have goals in mind that I want to achieve, and I don't see myself achieving those goals, and I don't put any effort into that, it's going to be very easy for any other young person or adult for that matter to come and try to sway me into doing stuff that is not going to be on my best interest, like substance use and abuse.
What's one way parents can help their child practice saying no?
My children are now adults. They don't live with me anymore. But when they were living within my household, we used to have lunch together or dinner. And every time, as a game, basically, I will place different scenarios in front of them. Some of them were really easy and based on real life stories. Some of them were based on movies. Some of them were based on music that they listen to, and I will ask questions about. And some of those questions will be, what would you do in a situation like that? And you're going through it, how would you respond? And that opened the door for discussion that sometimes we started after church, let's say 12:30, and it could last until 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we were going on a back and forth, just talking about the scenarios and just talking about what the implications were for us as a family and for us as an individual. Some of those situations were simple to talk about. Other situations were really, really hard. I used to frame it by saying, we never know what's going to happen. So I will say, for instance, I have daughters. What would you do if you will go out with a boyfriend and all of a sudden now here you are with a baby? What would you do with that? Let's say that you go to a party and they're offering you substances. What would you do? What would you say to a friend? What would be your course of action? And of course, they will tell me whatever they think. And then very respectfully, very patiently, without dismissing what they were saying, I will try to correct and inform them about what are some other choices that they could take that will be definitely be better. I will ask them, is that compatible with our worldview? Reminding them of who they are. I think that everything is worldview. And if not, how can we respond? Depending where you're coming from and what you believe, depending what your beliefs and values are, your behavior is going to have to follow that.
How can parents support shy or hesitant children to be assertive?
Always remind them of who they are with great value. They didn't have to sell themselves cheap to anybody, and that they have a mind that they can use. They have gifts that are totally unique to them. They have a personality that nobody else possesses. They're unique and they bring a lot to the table when they decide to speak up for themselves, when they decide to share those values with people, when they decide to share those gifts with people. You don't have to pull back. You don't have to be shy. We have different personalities and we talk about that too. We have people that are what we call introverted and we got people that are extroverted. Based on my own experience, I consider myself to be introverted. I didn't talk to people except my inner circle. I hated being in front of people. I hated talking to people that I didn't know. I didn't want attention to myself at all. However, I grew up and as I started doing what I do, which means public speaker and talking to people for a living, I soon discovered that I had a gift that I didn't know I had. But in order to exercise that gift, I had to take a risk. And that meant standing in front of a group of people and speaking for the first time. And I remember, I shared that with them. I remember that first time that I did it, my legs were shaking. I thought that I was going to faint. And I told the person that invited me to do so, I said, don't ever do that to me again. I will never speak in front of people. And this is what I'm doing now for a living. Meaning, I told them, sometimes you have gifts that are waiting for you to be discovered that you could do easily, but it's going to require a little bit of effort from your part. And the least that you can do is try it out. Just try it out. Just try to take that first step, see how it goes. You know, you're more intelligent than you actually believe about yourself. And if you go ahead and dare do these things, perhaps you will discover that you could do it.
Thanks, Angel. Those tips will help us empower our children to be more confident and assertive. If you found value in Talk Before They Try, rewatch the series or share it with a friend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and leave a comment about a time your child stood up for themselves. What helped? Please do us a favor. Answer a short survey to help us improve our future videos. The link is found in the description. Thanks for joining us for Talk Before They Try, and remember, parents are the first line of defense.